everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. So we're going to continue our adventure here today. I'll quickly check something. Is there a way to do that or not? Coloration's a bit rough is the problem. Okay, let me see. I'm going to disable the cam and see if I can try to make this improved any or not. Okay, that'll work. Let me alter this quickly. No, you're not going to let me do it? Well, it's saying it's busy, but it's not. Wow, that really made it a lot bigger. We'll do that. At least it hopefully will take up a little less space on the screen is what we're trying to do. I was hoping to make it transparent background, but that's not working. So we'll have to do the transparent background later. But at least I could get that part to work. So, need to look at moving the camera and stuff to see if we can improve things. But I want to at least try this quickly. So, we're here. In the dock. We are dealing with whoa. No.
Vision. Renounce false sight. All will be revealed. Gain true vision. Renounce false sight. All will be revealed.
I want to zoom out further.
Artillery. Do you copy? Requesting a barrage on launch pad 3. Eyes. My eyes. Have you got them? Please give them back to me. Even just one. Please. Eyes. My eyes. Have you got them? Please give them back to me. Even just one, please.
It's just wrong. These are problem, so we'll deal with that in a moment.
Gain true vision.
Where else
Renounce
we can go.
false sight. All will be revealed. Gain true vision. Renounce false sight. All will be revealed.
Oh good, you got it. Ooh, that would be good.
Gain true vision. Renounce false sight. All will be revealed.
Tell me the thing again. Written on the side of the shuttle in pilot's low slang are the words "Do not touch." A shipment tithes to Lord
Gain true vision. Renounce
Captain
false
Caligos
sight.
Winterscale.
All will be revealed.
Cool.
Gain true vision. Renounce false
It's all right.
sight. All will
We
be
claimed it in
revealed.
the name of the Emperor. Oh, my fingers were shifted one.
The
Lucky
eyes lie.
Jasper.
The final dawn purifies vision. Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Gain true vision. Renounce false sight. All will be revealed.
The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile.
Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good.
Are you unharmed, soldier?
All thanks to you, my lord. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets, babbling nonsense.
He lowers his voice and adds with gravity.
The command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense, it's heresy, actual heresy, because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got hold of him and carried him from his post off to who knows where.
Wow. And who are you?
Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders.
The young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair.
And what exactly are you doing here on your own?
Following Governor Medinia's special instructions, namely.
He grits his teeth with a pained expression, furrowing his brow.
Oh, right, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it.
What if what you know is priceless intelligence, and you were to die before it could be relayed to anyone?
Well, that would make me a saboteur and a traitor, wouldn't it? Yes, you're right. This is an emergency.
He looks relieved.
So, why did they send you to the starport?
I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes and, how should I put it? Assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobiome had sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rykad Philia, the prison planetoid. Your V station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or the captain here who could give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon.
He stops talking, a little too abruptly.
There's something else, isn't there? More classified secrets?
Jasper looks away.
It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Yvain Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Rykad Philia, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then this rebel lion started down here, and we lost communication. No one knows how they are doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back, and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, set up a Voxcaster there, and send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land, but I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me, and as I was running, I tripped and broke the caster.
He hangs his head sadly.
I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry.
Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding.
That is why all members of a voidship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there is always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order.
Worry not for Rogel. She's alive. I met her on Rykad Philia.
Really? That's marvelous. May the Emperor protect you for 1,000 years and then 1,000 more for bringing me such good news.
He beams in elation.
I'll name my firstborn after you, I swear. In fact, I'll name all my children after you.
I'm looking for a member of the Inquisition who may have arrived on the planet. Have you heard of anyone matching this description?
Jasper's face quickly turns grey as he says,
I have, but I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, but I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition.
Well, at least we know he's here. And who is Iverain Winterscale?
The esteemed and honorable scion of blessed rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, master of the Rykad system, at the behest of his illustrious father, or grandfather, or uncle, well, his illustrious relative, Lord Iverain took up residence on Rykad Minoris.
Jasper's face betrays a fierce inner struggle before he blurts out,
You know what I think? I find it curious that blessed Caligos didn't make him the ruler of our world. Lord Iverain is his blood, but it's the governor who rules us. Then why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled.
Do you think the governor can handle this rebellion?
Jasper mumbles evasively.
Well, obviously. I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise.
Speak to me. I need to know the truth.
You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten.
His words come flying at the rate of stubber fire.
Those rebels are strange. We would have easily quelled a normal riot. We're not some commoners, we're Rykadians, the naval elite of House Winterscale. But those people, they are vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they are so precise, it's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now, she is the real danger.
Yadira scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement.
She can see into the future, is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright now that the Lord Captain is involved.
That's it for now.
It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat to someone normal.
He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic.
I must take my leave.
You're right, we shouldn't stay here or we might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord.
None shall stand in my way.
I believe there's just the one way back, right? Yeah.
Artillery, do you copy? Requesting a barrage on launch pad 3.
It's up here. We almost missed that. I'm glad I looked.
Artillery, do you copy? Requesting a barrage on launch pad 3.
Oh, yeah, boy. Need that.
Follow my lead.
So the other one we'll have to go around for. Over here, 2 doorways. And we're working on it. Alright, ready? This is going to be another combat. How do I know it? Because they're bad guys. Well, enemies. Bad guys.
Submit, and you'll
They're
die
chaos.
quickly.
I will level you.
Oh man, we lost initiative. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So he's way up there and gets to go. He's over there. There. Alright. So, a few of them over here. We want to stay back further. Otherwise, they're going to get in range. Let me jump over there. Abelard can jump here. Magenta here. Yeah, it's not a good spot for you. We'll probably have you two swap. Dira. Cassia. Yes. That's how we'll do it. and pray to the Emperor that our cover holds.
Hold on.
The unrighteous have come to take all that we have from us. Let us stand united, my brethren, to battle.
Faith shields me.
Ay, ay, ay.
This is unacceptable.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, they just straight up completely annihilated two of our people before we even had a turn. So we need to be back even further.
Artillery, do you copy? Requesting a barrage on launch pad 3.
And the barrels can explode, which is why they have all the barrels here for us to next to our cover so the enemy can destroy us even more. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
I guide humanity between the stars.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Aww.
Spare none of
They
them.
didn't let her go. Just gonna eye blast them all to start it off. But he moved towards us, which got him within range. He's gotta move quicker. Let's try that. I just want to see if we can make it work. I'm really curious to see if we can actually pull that off. If we can pull that off, that is a huge thing. And we'll need to start doing that
Artillery,
because that
do
would
you
be
copy?
smart.
Requesting a barrage on launch pad 3.
Do you require an audience?
Look at me and bow before me.
Are you ready to die?
So we've knocked two out. Oh, he gets to go. Nice. See, that changed up the initiative order quite a lot, actually. Fortunately, it took out all that cover. Can you go through there, or is that blocked? It's kind of hard to say. I think you can go through there. Otherwise, he's going to have to run all the way around, which is going to be a problem. And I really don't like taking cover behind explosive barrels. We don't have a lot of cover. Is that? Yeah, that is cover. Okay, so that actually would be cover too, except she can't reach.
Here we go.
The unrighteous have come to take all that we have from us. Let us stand united, my brethren, to battle.
Pain and duty go
Ay,
hand in
ay,
hand.
ay. Abelard just got messed up pretty good.
Let's see how they respond to this.
Oh, it didn't kill him?
Suits my purposes. Nothing of value has been lost. Not a problem for me. Suits my... Stand a
Ow,
chance.
that hurt.
Nothing I can't do.
All I can do. That's a pretty good round.
Scared yet?
Dodge. Please dodge. Ow. That hurt.
Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's make it quick. Out of my way.
Shoot him. He did exactly what we said. That's funny. Oh, perfect. They're all coming together. That's actually perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not in here. It was out on the cupboard before. I don't know where it's at right now. The pantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'd have to go all the way over here, I think, just to reach. Let's do this, because she's going to benefit from that.
Ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Kind of.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Emperor, give me strength.
I'll move her up next time, getting her out of the way so she can go a little faster.
I will do my duty. One fewer target. Victory is imminent.
Oh, that's great.
I know what is to come. But of course, will do.
Death comes in silence.
Wow, she has a lot of movement. I didn't realize she had that much movement.
The shadows will see death.
Only have 1 AP if I do that.
Death is a blessing. As honor or death come, the
There
other
we go.
side awaits.
Beautiful. Oh, she got 2 actions back. She can't use them though.
I'm amended.
Oh, I can't do that.
my specialty. My time is now. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Already done. Suits my purposes. Nothing up.
Ooh-wee.
I'm always ready. Back
Get
into
rid
the
of that.
fray.
We don't have all the bonuses from taking injuries yet. Once we have those, we'll actually leave the injuries for a bit. I need to probably move some of those into storage. Technically, our character Ignatius is actually the best at Medicae because he uses weapon skill. How do you heal people? With my weapons. Ooh, 8 to 12. Six to 11. We'll keep one shock baton. Those are just scrappy. We don't need those. And then do that because it's actually going to be quicker. They're very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Nothing escapes my sight.
The turret was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never had the chance to activate it.
Don't think we need the last pistol either. Well, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, we leveled up. Noise, chat. Noise. Noise, noise, noise.
The Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. If the Blade Dancer used death from above this turn, this movement repeats all uses of this ability in reverse.
I mean, that sounds really good. So does this one.
This ability costs 10 wounds to use. The Blade Dancer faces a side of their choice and immediately ends their turn. Until the beginning of the Bladed Dancer's next turn, they can dodge area attacks without moving, are immune to all types of forced movement, gain plus 20% parry against attacks from that side, and can now parry attacks made against adjacent allies. While under the effective veil of blades, the Blade Dancer can even parry ranged attacks, except ranged area attacks, made from that side. The chance to parry a ranged attack is calculated as if it were a melee attack, where the attacker's weapon skill is equal to the hit chance of the attack. If an attack is parried in this way, it can be redirected towards one of the enemies on the selected side. The chance of redirection is equal to half of the Bladed Dancer's parry chance against this attack. This ability can only be used with a sword equipped. This ability costs 10 wounds to use. The Blade Dancer targets a single enemy, vowing to dispatch their mark. The Bladed Dancer's next attack against their selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If this attack kills the target, the Blade Dancer regains plus 13 wounds and gains plus 1 AP along with an additional attack this turn. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants plus 1 AP and an additional attack only once per round.
That's why she got it. That makes sense. I was curious. That explains it. So I'm kind of thinking one of these two for us. However, you know, that would be cool too. Chat, what do you think? Or we could go Sanctic or Biomancy. So should we go Sanctic, Biomancy, Firestorm? Or should we go with Acrobatic Artistry or Veil of Blades? Oh, these are Majoris ones. That's why we don't have them. Terminus. Oh. Well, we could get Majoris right now. Why can we not? Character level 14. Oh. $24. Okay, that's why. So we're not gonna be able to get that to 14, and we're currently level 10. So we're level 10 right now. So we're going to level 11. So here we can get next level up of Psyker power. Both of these sound really good. I don't know about this one, taking wounds. Unless we get a bonus to taking wounds, then it would make sense.
Any Blade Dancer attacks made with a sword deal an AGI bonus % additional damage. This bonus damage is doubled if using a two-handed sword.
This sounds really good. So does
Enemies
this.
attacked by the Blade Dancer have their weapon skill, ballistic skill, and perception reduced by 10 plus Bladed Dancer's WS bonus until the start of the Bladed Dancer's next turn. These penalties do not stack.
So does this one.
Bladed Dancer's maximum wounds are increased by plus Bladed Dancer's dodge /10. The Bladed Dancer's parry is increased by plus TGH bonus %. An attacker's melee critical hit chance bonus determined by the difference between the attacker's and the Bladed Dancer's weapon skill characteristic is halved.
Ooh.
Whenever the Blade Dancer parries a melee attack while under the effect of Veil of Blades, they deal 50% of their normal damage to the attacker. Additionally, while under the effect of Veil of Blades, the Bladed Dancer's chance to deflect a ranged attack at an enemy is increased by plus 20%.
That's pretty good. That's a
Whenever
really good
the
one
Blade
too.
Dancer kills an enemy, the Bladed Dancer's resolve is increased by +1 until the end of combat. As long as the Blade Dancer has 2 swords equipped, the Bladed Dancer's weapon skill is increased by an AGI bonus. The Blade Dancer gains +3 weapon skill and +3 agility for every injury they are currently suffering, and +10 weapon skill and +10 agility for every trauma. Death from above deals double damage to enemies that have less than 50% wounds. Every time an enemy is killed by the Blade Dancer's allies, the number of MP on the Blade Dancer's next turn is increased by +2.
Wow, that's why she had so much movement.
If all the strikes made as part of Blade Dance are directed against the same target, the last strike deals double damage. Whenever the Blade Dancer kills an enemy with an attack of opportunity, the Blade Dancer immediately gains +1 charge of death from above. Whenever the Blade Dancer parries an attack, the number of attacks made by the next Blade Dance is increased by +1. This effect stacks up to AGI bonus times.
Wow. So many great ones.
After the Blade Dancer loses any number of wounds, their next attack deals +9% more damage. If that loss causes the Blade Dancer to suffer an injury or trauma, the bonus damage increases to +18%.
Wow, the wind is really strong.
Once per combat, when a Death World character suffers the stunned, blinded, or immobilized effect, this effect is ignored, and they instead gain +20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. Death World characters gain +10% to critical hit chance for axes, hammers, and lance weapons.
So, if we're going that route, that'd be great, but we're doing swords.
Every injury increases the Death World character's agility and willpower by +5. Every trauma counts as 3 injuries.
See, that's where it'd start being worth staying injured. Once we
Force
get a
weapon
force
attacks
weapon.
deal +2 more damage and have +10% more armor penetration.
Once we get a force weapon. Oh, so many. I like this one a lot.
Any Blade Dancer attacks made with a sword deal an AGI bonus % additional damage. This bonus damage is doubled if using a two-handed sword.
Minus. Ow, ow, ow. Give me just a second. The dog just puked on my floor, so we'll be back in just a moment. Ew. Ah. Dog puke. All right. Back to something that's not you. Rogue Trader.
The Bladed Dancer's parry is increased by plus TGH bonus %. An attacker's melee critical hit chance bonus determined by the difference between the attacker's and the Bladed Dancer's weapon skill characteristic is halved.
That one's pretty good too. Yeah. So what we need to do is
The Blade Dancer deals an additional plus 5+ Bladed Dancer's WS bonus % damage against enemies armed with a melee weapon.
that's really good. This one is what I was saying.
As long as the Blade Dancer has 2 swords equipped, the Bladed Dancer's weapon skill is increased by an AGI bonus.
That's what we need. Because that will allow us to boost weapon skill, which will then boost our veil. Do we get another one? No. So do we want Veil of Blades, or do we want acrobatic artistry?
The Blade Dancer immediately returns to the cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. If the Blade Dancer used death from above this turn, this movement repeats all uses of this ability in reverse. This psychic power can only target creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. If the target is an ally, this psychic power deals no damage to it. Everyone adjacent to the target, both allies and enemies, suffers the effects of the ignite psychic power. Until the end of combat, all burning effects will deal plus 10 more damage. Every burning creature in combat immediately suffers damage.
Wow.
Deals double the damage of ignite to all creatures in a 12-cell line and reduces their armor by 12 until the end of combat. If the enemy's armor falls to 0, it gains the warp burn effect. Warp burn deals 7 damage to the target at the end of their turn, with 5% armor penetration. The target creature must pass an agility resistance test with a 5 penalty to stop burning.
See, that's pretty crazy. Synctic and Biomancy has some nice abilities that would be good too. That's why we considered them.
This ability costs 10 wounds to use. The Blade Dancer faces a side of their choice and immediately ends their turn. Until the beginning of the Bladed Dancer's next turn, they can dodge area attacks without moving, are immune to all types of forced movement, gain plus 20% parry against attacks from that side, and can now parry attacks made against adjacent allies. While under the effective Veil of Blades, the Blade Dancer can even parry ranged attacks, except ranged area attacks, made from that side. The chance to parry a ranged attack is calculated as if it were a melee attack, where the attacker's weapon skill is equal to the hit chance of the attack. If an attack is parried in this way, it can be redirected towards one of the enemies on the selected side. The chance of redirection is equal to half of the Bladed Dancer's parry chance against this attack. This ability can only be used with a sword equipped.
They're going to put that on our friend, and we'll do this on us.
The warrior marks a target, gaining plus 20% armor and plus 6 damage on melee attacks against that target. If the target attacks the warrior during this round, the warrior gains plus 1 AP once per round. The warrior gains the slash ability with 1 charges for this round. Slash cannot be used in the same round as charge. Slash 0 AP. The warrior dashes through an enemy to the cell on the enemy's opposite side and makes a melee attack with 50% reduced damage. Can be applied only once for 1 target per round. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity. The warrior gathers all their might for a crushing strike. Their next melee attack pushes the enemy away. The distance of the push is equal to 3 cells. This ability cannot be used with a chainsaw. The warrior unleashes a terrifying scream, drawing the attention of their enemies and becoming a priority target for any enemy who fails a willpower resistance test for 3 rounds. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs 1 AP less. Imperial World characters gain plus 10% critical hit chance and plus 10% armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. Their allies gain half the bonuses of No Heresy. However, Imperial World characters Law, Xenos, and Law, Warp are always 0. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, their resolve is increased by 1 for 1 round. All allies, excluding Xenos, in the current party gain plus 5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanity's finest. All allies affected by Brace for Impact gain plus 30% to cover penetration. The Navy officer also permanently gains plus 15% to cover penetration.
I mean, if we were shooting, sure.
All allies affected by Brace for Impact gain an extra turn with 0 AP and 3 MP and increase their cover efficiency by plus 20% for 1 round. Targets can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. All allies affected by Brace for Impact do not suffer the negative effects of melee superiority for the entire combat. Melee superiority: in melee combat, any target surrounded by more allies than enemies receives a plus 10 weapon skill bonus for each additional ally. Larger creatures need to be surrounded by more than 2 enemies to provide this advantage to the attackers. All allies affected by Brace for Impact suffer only half damage from all attacks of opportunity.
Why not? Having extra awareness never hurt anyone.
Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack deals plus 15% more damage to that enemy.
That could be good.
Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains plus 1 damage and plus 2% armor penetration until the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Stacks.
Is this exploit? That's exploit. Oh no, these are remove all exploits from target. Okay. Oh, that's good.
If the operative attacks a target affected by an exploit from a distance of 10 cells or farther, that attack deals plus 15% damage. While the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain plus 1 AP and ignore enemies' deflection.
Wow.
While the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain plus 1 AP and ignore enemies' deflection.
What is our perception bonus at? Where's perception bonus? Oh, it's 5. Ick. Alright, well, we're not going to get that for a while. I didn't realize it was that low. Yeah, it's only 6. Gah. Shouldn't have done that one yet.
The soldier immediately dashes in the selected direction, spending all their movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Allows the soldier to dash through allies and enemies but not through obstacles. The next ranged area attack made by the soldier deals plus 100% damage and has an additional plus 20% dodge reduction. The soldier immediately spends all their AP and MP and gains a plus 30% bonus to cover efficiency. The next time the soldier uses run and gun, they gain back all spent AP and MP plus 1 additional AP. It also resets the cooldown of all other soldiers' abilities except for run and gun. The soldier's next ranged burst attack will have its base rate of fire doubled but deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Only works with weapons capable of burst fire.
I don't know about that. I think that may be better. So this one sounds really good too. Let's do that. Abelard is our current. This would make her slightly better, actually. She's at 50. Yeah, we're gonna make her be our Lore Imperium secondary.
The range of the officer's abilities is increased by +3. The range of voice of command is increased by +6. Whenever the officer uses an ability on an ally, that ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. These bonuses stack, but half of the stacks, rounded up, are lost at the end of the target's turn.
Oh, wow. We need more officer abilities then.
Air of Authority immediately grants momentum to the target equal to the target's features. Air of Authority. Features. Air of Authority. Features. Air of Authority. Half of the bonus granted by voice of command remains until the end of combat. This bonus does not stack with itself or with bonuses granted by voice of command but does count as an officer ability effect for the purposes of other talent effects. Note, the target of lasting impression does not count as having the voice of command effect. They only gain bonuses to their characteristics.
But still, that can be hefty. His voice of command.
The officer forces an ally to fully push themselves, increasing their characteristics by +15 for 1 round. Additionally, all of the officer's abilities can be applied to the target of voice of command from any distance. A character who becomes the target of voice of command cannot be targeted by this ability again for the next 2 rounds.
So that would mean for half that, so 7, would be permanent for the entire combat. And that can go up. Ooh. I kind of like that. I'm going to put that one over here because we're thinking about that one.
Whenever the officer's ability grants action points to an ally, that ally also gains +1 to all characteristics for every action point gained until the end of combat. Whenever the officer's ability grants action points to an ally, that ally also gains +1 to all characteristics for every action point gained until the end of combat.
Alright, I gotta go deal with kids for a minute. Give me just a moment. Sorry about that. Wife is trying to keep baby asleep and make sure she gets rest, and the other two decided they need to start debating if they should start Mortal Kombat tournament with each other. So I needed to intervene to prevent excessive noise from waking up everyone in the house who needs to not be awake. All right. Okay.
Whenever
Oh,
an
this would have
ally in
been really
combat
good with
gains an extra turn,
Abelards.
the navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. Stacks up to 5 times, up to a maximum of +25 willpower.
That would have worked really well with Abelards.
If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, their dodge is calculated using perception instead.
It's really good.
Whenever the navigator uses a navigator power that has not been used this combat, the navigator gains +2 perception until the end of combat. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against a navigator's power, attacks against them gain +30% critical hit chance. The effect stacks but is reset by a critical hit.
Wow.
Until the end of combat, enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional +5 damage from all attacks of opportunity and cannot dodge them.
It's pretty good. There's so many good ones.
Allies that are targeted by the navigator's power gain +10% armor. This additional armor is reduced by the amount of veil degradation to a minimum of +0% and increased by the infusing parameter of the currently equipped navigator's staff.
Yeah, I already have that one. I really like this one though. Yeah, let's do that. I am considering switching her to the two-handed. I didn't realize I had more strength than she did. I was going to swap with her because I thought she had more strength. She just doesn't, though. That's actually pretty good. Oh, this does not count as sword. Oh no. No. Just primitive. We have to have it saying sword. Yep. That's all right. Could do chain sword. Eight to 13 isn't bad. So we'll go with that. That boost should go up. That is based on agility mod, which we need to boost agility anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Is that just a single slash attack? Like, does it have to be the actual melee? Or is it any melee? We need to watch that. You have medium, so you're fine. You have that already. You have 25, so you're fine. So this can all go to cargo. There we go. Type. Type is how we want to sort it. Why can't you equip this one? Oh, strength. Got it. All right, I think we're good for now. All right, chat, we got that done. Sorry that took a while. Not exceptional at building characters because I haven't looked into, you know, like a whole build to follow.
Judging by the caustic smell and oily stains, Promethium was previously stored here. It must have fallen into the hands of the heretics.
A bitter end. I do what I must.
Death World Origin, Light Flak. Base armor property, 10% parry chance against melee. 5 agility. That's actually not bad. The armor's really low. So let me see here. Dodge armor. So let's see. What does that do to our dodge? Our dodge goes down, actually. Does your dodge go down? Nope. Stays the same. Your armor goes down, though. The 5 agility is nice, though. It looks cool. Just doesn't do enough. Disappointing. Because it does look cool. It does look cool.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I? Just as he ordained. I do what I must.
The insurgents walked in a crowd
I
right
won't
across the mine
tolerate
barriers,
weakness.
seemingly oblivious to the fear of death.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive! What's he doing? Hold back!
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Okay.
The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
I'd mech.
Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ugh, blast it!
But Bellard steps forward to shield you from the stranger.
Rogue trader von Valancius greets you, honored tech priest, and graciously grants you permission to remain in his presence.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation. The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
How'd you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Who are you, may I ask, dear tech priest?
I identify as Magus Pascal Haneman of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Alta Templum Calixis X-17.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts in the Furibundus system, not far from the void colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
So you don't even know how you caused the explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
How strange it is to hear such words from one who is not of the blood-spun web. We have much in common.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and wait to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation. Ready for data input.
He needs both of those, and lots of them. He also needs ballistic skill, though. This is actually
Forge
pretty
World
cool.
characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Forge World characters gain +3 deflection against the burning effect and flame weapons. Forge World characters gain a stacking +10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance and dodge reduction by +20%. The first attack in combat with any plasma, melter, or power weapon deals additional damage equal to 5. For the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased to 2. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain +1 MP, +1 deflection, and cannot fall prone.
That's pretty cool. Like, all of that is pretty cool.
Pasquale gains 5 MP in the first round of combat. Every successful melee attack grants Pasquale +2 MP for the next round. Pasquale gains +10 to ballistic skill and +15% to dodge reduction with plasma and melter weapon ranged attacks.
Thinking about doing that.
Pasquale's melee attacks apply the Machine Spirit Communion effect on all attacked enemies. Pasquale's attacks and effects of the Exposed Weakness ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit. When Pasquale uses Plasma or Melter weapons the first time in a round, he gains +1 AP.
That's pretty cool too.
Machine Spirit Communion applies 1 stack of exploit on all affected enemies.
That's pretty cool too. It's like he has so many really good effects.
Manipulator Mechadendrite attacks enemies in close combat, pushing them up to 2 cells away and dealing WS and int bonus damage. This attack has 5 Tech Priests per bonus % armor penetration.
It's 2.
Medici Mechadendrite. The Tech Priest can use their Mechadendrite to restore the wounds of an ally once per combat. The ally regains 6+ Medici /5 wounds.
It's not bad either. Free heal.
Every time Pasquale uses Plasma or Melter weapons, his damage with these weapons increases by +10%. Stacks. If Pasquale does not shoot for 1 round, he loses all stacks. Pasquale gains +20% to dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. If an enemy dodges or parries his attack, the bonus is doubled for the next melee attack against this enemy. An additional servo skull connected directly to the Tech Priest systems increases their perception by +10. While Pasquale is under the effect of Machine Spirit Communion, his melee attacks deal an additional +15% damage and gain +15% armor penetration. This Mechadendrite is equipped with all kinds of tools to communicate with machine spirits, increases tech use and demolition by +10.
I need all of those. We need to see, does he have las gun right now? Do we have a Plasma or Melter? I don't think so. No. Alright, so this does 5 armor pen. It's just a basic las gun. We're not taking his axe, because it just fits him. I mean, we could give him one of these instead, but it's not really better. Can I do damage? No. Can't sort by damage. All right. All right, so we have 4, 6. 4, 6, 5, 3, or 3, 5, 8, 12, 5, 7, 6, 8. That's just a basic las gun. That is the Ripper. 6, 8. Slightly better than that one. Need better weapon. You know what, you're not been using that, so we're actually, Pascal does shoot some, so we're gonna give Pascal this for now. Then we'll give it back to her when we find something better for him. So those other ones won't help us yet. I think that's really good. I want to do that one when we get it.
Machine Spirit Communion applies 1 stack of exploit on all affected enemies.
What is that one? No, like I want to go in there. I want to see Machine Spirit Communion. Recoil increased to enemies, so it is a debuff on enemies. And that would give us exploit on them all. That actually is really good. So this is 2 app, 1 app, and then he has 1 AP left to shoot. This gun is 1 AP, right? Yes, unless we do Deadeye. Okay. Just trying to make sure we build this well, because there's so many moving parts involved in this that I want to make sure we do it right.
While the operative is in half cover, their cover efficiency is increased by plus 15%. This bonus is doubled if the operative has not moved during their turn. While the operative's perception bonus is 10 or higher, they gain plus 1 app and ignore enemies' deflection. Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship.
Ooh. So it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Wow, so he can get crazy. Okay, we're going to do that next. I do want to get... That would be great, so I'm considering that. But there was this one.
An additional servo skull connected directly to the Tech Priest systems increases their perception by plus 10. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal and int bonus more damage.
I mean, that's pretty good.
For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, that target's cover efficiency will be reduced by 15 plus per bonus /3 stacks of exploit %. This attack will have plus 15 plus per bonus /3 stacks of exploit % hit chance. The operative's next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around that target. The damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by 7% until the operative's next turn. This negative effect is doubled for enemies with less than 15% armor. While in cover, the operative gains plus 25% cover efficiency, plus 15 perception, and plus 15 ballistic skill. This effect lasts until the operative moves, does not stack. The operative removes 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around a point within 10 cells from the operative. If there is only 1 enemy in the area, the operative removes all exploit stacks from that enemy. All allies gain plus exploits removed % armor until the end of combat. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains plus 2 exploits removed % damage until the end of combat.
That's pretty powerful. Especially when he can start popping it down on them. Kind of like this one though too. I'm gonna do this one, I think. Tech use, and then we're gonna do logic. 2.
If the target of Analyze Enemies has 2 or more exploits, that target suffers +1 additional exploit.
Except we're not going to be using the Analyze Enemy a whole lot. We're going to be using the other one to do it.
At the start of the operative's turn, the enemy with the largest number of exploits receives an additional exploit stack. If 2 or more enemies are tied for the largest number of exploit stacks, one of those enemies is chosen at random.
I mean, that's pretty good. This is also good.
The operative suffers 10% less damage from enemies affected by exploits. This mechadendrite is equipped with all kinds of tools to communicate with machine spirits, increases tech use and demolition by +10. Every time Pasquale uses plasma or melter weapons, his damage with these weapons increases by +10%. Stacks. If Pasquale does not shoot for 1 round, he loses all stacks. Pasquale's attacks and effects of the Expose Weakness ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit.
So many. Plasma and Melta Expert would be good, but... Oh... We want to have that. So you can use any heavy plasma or Melta we get. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. But I don't know. Let's do that so we make sure we have what we need for tech use.
Until the operative's next turn, the target cannot move. Until the end of combat, the target's MP are reduced by 3. Dismantling attack also cripples the enemy, reducing their weapon skill and ballistic skill by 30 until the end of combat. Dismantling attack also intimidates all enemies in a 5-cell radius around the target, reducing their dodge and armor by 15% until the end of combat. The target also provokes an attack of opportunity whenever it attacks.
I don't like that one. Let me see if that was an important messenger or not. Give me a moment. Hoping we hear back from the interview last week. A whole lot of garbage messages. Hey, 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 look at this, look at this, look at this. Because, you know, we don't care. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. I really want to do more ballistic skill too.
Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage and +2% armor penetration until the end of combat. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Stacks.
Sounds really good.
The operative inflicts an exploit even on enemies which are out of the operative's line of sight at the start of the turn. Exploit. If the operative hits a target with an exploit stack, the attack deals +5 perception bonus, % more damage. The damage is also increased by 10% for each exploit on the target. The attack removes all exploits from the target.
That's really good. Cool. Now we're all leveled up. Sorry about that. We just had to get Pascal leveled up because he just joined the party.
Victory awaits. This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah. It's very worthwhile. We need all of that.
Every one of the dead have had their eyes ruthlessly burned.
Idira, is there something you wish to tell me about? Namely, the mess in the wardroom last week.
Ugh, stop blaming me every time one of the officers flies off the handle, old man. Not every brawl or disaster on this ship is because of me.
She didn't say that one wasn't her.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh. Yeah. Let me look at that. That does 5% of the dodge wears agility is more than 40. So that actually goes down. That goes to 25. Even though agility is over 40. Or it's at 40. Yeah, yours is actually pretty good.
over there.
A new bolter!
It's about time.
An entire procession of cargo servitors was destroyed by gunfire, and not a single one of them attempted to flee. In violation of the right of operation, the shuttle's Promethean tanks had been abandoned and left open. Someone interrupted the fueling sacrament.
Darkness is coming, and in it there will shine a spark of dawn, the final dawn.
Not thrilled about that.
Follow my lead.
Can I
You
survive
sure the
this?
machine spirits will listen to you? I bet they are real stubborn.
Yep,
Quit
I
your
hope so.
whinging. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to him. Of course they'll lease.
Liz.
Alert! Profane violation of the algorithm.
There you go. Pascal?
My
Access
success
received.
is an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh, oh no, I didn't even realize they were there.
And you'll die quickly.
This is gonna be fun. We have 2 turrets. Oh. Oh. Look at that, just gone. There's like 5 of them left after that.
Nothing of value has been lost. Suits my purposes.
Oh, that is cool. We need to boost our character's MP.
Guided by faith. I'll do it.
Time to slaughter someone. I'm in, maggot.
Ooh, Pascal could use that gun. Problem is it takes 3 AP, so we'd have to find a way to bring down the AP costs.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
So with that, they should all have Thing of Exploit. Yeah. Oh, 3 exploits. And they got 5 exploits. Well, that was absolutely worth it. Okay. Mass target version of analyze enemy. I thought he had another ability that took us thing to use. Guess not.
My vow.
So she has the every turn she gets some based on their move, which is
I bring mercy
crazy
and
good.
retribution. Death is a blessing. As the tenants demand. Come, the other side awaits.
Wow. Turrets made that so much easier.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Just all of them by the turrets. Look at all that. Beautiful. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Those turrets were absolutely crazy. I loved every bit of it.
There is only one outcome. Aurora's prophecy will come true.
Okay. Not what I expected. It just does the same thing again. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I won't either.
This mansion must have been damaged by an explosion or a large shell. You can still see some of its former luxury within. A young man in a planetary guard uniform salutes you.
Your Lordship, Private Camille Regiers, ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command center. The success-to-failure ratio of combat objectives completion for this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to serviture maniples.
Oh man, that's great. Your uniform looks odd. It looks as though it belonged to someone else.
Apologies, Your Lordship.
The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear.
It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left, and it isn't always the right size.
Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You are hiding something behind beaming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it?
The soldier gulps nervously under the stern gaze of Cass's ruby eyes.
Fear, I guess. In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for, and I'm not done with life just yet.
Okay.
Idira winces, glances at you, then shakes her head.
How did you make it out alive if the entire convoy perished?
The Emperor protected me.
The soldier replies with confidence.
I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others had already died. The Emperor rest their souls.
What can you tell me about the insurgency?
The ungrateful rabble rose in rebel line against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship Caligos Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They are all heretics deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored. The guilty will be punished.
Enough talk. Let's go to the command center. Because I can't say
Yes,
I don't believe
your
you.
lordship. We have to take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk.
Into a trap.
Victory awaits!
Something large and heavy plowed down the entire width of the street. You can only guess what could have caused such damage.
We should deal with this.
The temple's tower collapsed onto the pavement and is blocking the way. It will take days to clear the rubble. The temple door does not budge. It may be blocked by rubble from the other side.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
This shuttle must be what crashed
It's
into the
about
building
time.
and destroyed part of the street.
This
Unlocked.
Explorator is blessed with
Beautiful.
multifunctionality.
Now we have something else we can do on the ship.
There are traces of a recent battle everywhere, including bodies in planetary guard uniforms.
That
The
wasn't
soldiers'
so
bodies and the
difficult.
general aftermath of the battle suggest that the attackers knew the squad. The young man sighs.
The remains of my squad. Once we've put down the rebel line, they'll be given the last honors they deserve as soldiers fallen in a righteous battle.
You know, the battlefield looks very suspicious. Half the comrades never even had a chance to draw their weapons, and the direction, the shots as well, the attackers knew exactly what path the group would be taking, and how large it would be.
The enemy is smart and cunning. Perhaps they were watching us. I must report this to the governor.
Too many parts of your story do not line up. I'm beginning to wonder if you're a traitor.
I swear, your lordship, I maybe gotten a few things mixed up from inexperience, and that's why they don't add up. Please, let's walk to the governor's command center. I must carry out my orders. Once we get there, you can have the intelligence runner check on me if you wish. I'm a loyal soldier, and that's the truth.
Do not believe him, Lord Captain. Pale green is seeping from his every word, and I know this color of deceit well. I once mistook Felix's words, so humble and full of sweetness, for sincerity. In truth, they were poison.
Nope, she said it.
Blast you, scum. Aurora will get you all the same. Aurora and the final dawn.
Nice.
The soldiers' bodies and the general
This
aftermath
ocular
of the battle
implant
suggest
is a
that the attackers
worthwhile
knew the
investment.
squad's numbers, ranks, and movement route precisely.
How dare you!
Press tab to highlight objects you can interact with.
There is only one outcome. Aurora's prophecy will come true.
The dead know nothing, and neither do the ignorant. The Vizier, would he be proud? Am I?
There we go. It's like, don't like that. What's annoying is I don't think we got anything. Didn't really get much off him. I was hoping for some codes or some juicy lore or something about his.
Follow my lead.
Errant rubbish lies scattered between the seats covered in stone dust, old programs, faded tickets, and food scraps of unknown origin.
Rebels. Great.
We must act.
Color the uncolored. I'll chart a course for you.
No!
Take a knee and bow before me.
I'll bleed you dry. Let's get to it.
If only that were possible. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
A tactically sound approach. Attention to detail is the key to success.
Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Ay, 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 Abelard.
It will be done. Let's get to it.
I need to get that one where you get an MP for every enemy killed. That's really would help. I didn't realize that ability or just how much. But seeing it in action.
Was that you? Or... No can do. I'm not so sure. That is not my destiny.
I don't really feel like getting her killed yet, so I'm gonna hold off. Are you serious? It was 2 away. Here we go. Oh, no. That's going to hit Abelard.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake. I shall not fear. Nothing of value has been lost.
Oh.
Not a problem for me.
I have an extra one. What is this going to do? Oh, good. That didn't hit him. That would have been interesting.
Doubt is for the weak.
Let him get closer. Yeah, we'll do this first. Buff our team because only 2 of them.
Request approved. Function successfully terminated.
Yeah, that's why I said we need to get the feat she does.
High momentum.
You already have Revel in the Light. Let's
If
give
I
you
may.
Revel in the Light.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Follow my lead. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Let's get to it!
Oh, great.
There is movement in the Empyrean. On it! Anything else?
Has no thread, no name, undying one guide me. How can such a thing be killed? Emperor, grant me strength, for a horror from the Imitrium is upon us.
Initiating enemy analysis. Error. This is impossible. Omnicia have mercy on me. What is that?
How? Yeah, that's really not cool. Of course, doesn't do much to it. Why am I not surprised?
Suits my purposes.
Because, you know, that's what we needed.
There's nowhere to hide. Another clean strike. Absolutely not. All too easy.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I mean, that worked. Oh, 3-round cooldown. I didn't see that.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Running binary, Messiah commands you.
Yeah. So I can't disarm it during combat. That's really annoying.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Caught by the web. Death is a blessing.
Oh, she triggered it by jumping over it. That's what the gunshots were.
I feel nothing, fear nothing.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Let's get to it.
Nah. Dodged, parried.
I will do my duty. Indeed. No matter the cost. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
At your beck and call. Victory is... My place is at the fore. I'm not interested.
My tactics are flawless. I don't have time for this.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart!
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
A dance of blades and shadows.
Can't get very
As
close.
honor ordains, I shall not fail.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. I'm afraid not. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
No!
Are you a traitor or a fool? Open your eyes,
A fool?
or I'll
Because I
open
pushed the wrong
mine.
button?
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call. Indeed. An exemplary
I thought that was
strike.
jump, and it was wrong.
I took care of this one.
Doubt is for the weak. Need a little morale boost?
I'm grateful.
Wait, this is this isn't an old injury. This is a trauma. We can't do anything about traumas with medikits. Awesome. Oh, a hand flamer. That was fun part of having an unsanctioned psyker.
I'll lay claim to the
She
stars.
killed herself and summoned a demon of corn. Great. Interesting. Stub carbine.
Success is measured in blood, yours and your enemies. The food in the stalls is covered by a thick layer of stone dust. It was all abandoned in a hurry.
I won't tolerate weakness.
There is only one outcome. Aurora's prophecy will come true.
Numerous pumps, compressors, and other machines are thrumming away on the lower levels of the Great Bridge. mobile charging stations chatter and crackle. The piercing sound is easily distinguishable even in the surrounding turmoil.
Aurora knows all that is to come. Only Aurora can guide us to salvation. Eyes, my eyes. Have you got them? Please give them back to me. Even just one, please. The sun will die, and the world will be reborn.
Let's,
Aurora will guide us to the new
traps.
light. When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
Attention, as ordered by the planet's lawful governor, to prevent recurring rebel riots, all planetary guard patrols are to be doubled. All conspirators and instigators will be harshly punished.
Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here? I am not convinced.
If the governor
The fall is
sincere in
preordained.
his
The
faith
prophecy will
and
be fulfilled.
service to the Emperor,
The light,
then
it's in
I am
me, it's
confident
inside,
that he is
it's
doing
killing
everything
me.
within his power.
This is just the beginning. The world will plunge into darkness, and only Aurora's faithful will find salvation within.
The shuttle must have been shot out of the sky by a powerful weapon before it crashed into the building and fell onto the once crowded street.
The fall is preordained. The prophecy will be fulfilled. When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
None shall stand in my way.
This is just the beginning. The world will plunge into darkness, and only Aurora's faithful will find
They
salvation
fear to
within.
look at me because of my appearance. I fear to look at them.
An ancient
No!
anti-aircraft battery of impressive proportions casts a dark shadow on the ground. Kneeling in the shadow is a red-haired woman with gaping black holes where her eyes once were. She is feverishly scrambling for something on the ground around her, dully repeating, light, light, light.
That's enough whining, lads. We won't be getting any more visitors. We've lopped the heads off all of them, and as for that coward, I gave her a taste of my true sight. Where's she gonna go?
The portly woman gestures toward the redhead. Her eclectic gear has clearly been scavenged from her less lucky friends as well as foes.
Right. Now who's this?
Prepare to die, rebels.
We may be rebels, but you're all blind. But don't worry, you'll be made to see. For Aurora and the final dawn.
Submit and you'll
The
die
fall is
quickly.
preordained. The prophecy will be fulfilled. When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
Ahaha, my sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death. I see the future.
The fall is preordained. The prophecy will be
Garbage for
fulfilled.
cover.
When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light. The fall is preordained. The prophecy will be fulfilled. When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
It will
This
be
is
done.
just the beginning. The world will plunge into darkness, and only Aurora's faithful will find salvation within. When darkness falls, only those who have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
Target well struck.
This is just the
Let's
beginning.
make it
The
quick.
world will plunge into darkness, and only Aurora's faithful will find salvation within.
Scared yet?
Ah, there's a lot of them.
The fall is preordained. The prophecy will be fulfilled.
I am your blade
When darkness falls,
and
only those who
shield.
have embraced it will find the path to the new light.
Trust me. Come. The other side awaits.
Ahaha, my sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death. I see the future. Ahaha, my sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death. I see the future. Ahaha, my sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death. I see the future.
The fall is preordained. The prophecy will be fulfilled.
Ahaha, my sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death. I see the future. Ahaha, my
I
sight
can't
is
turn
true,
it off here.
and my
All right,
mind is
we're
clear.
gonna turn
I
that
see death.
off
I see the future.
because it's
Ahaha, my sight is true, and
very
my mind is clear.
repetitive.
I see death.
So
I see
we'll turn
the
it back
future.
on later. For now, we're going to turn it off because that repetitiveness is not conducive to sanity. So I like the idea of putting it this way. I just have a feeling they're not all going to be targeting her.
The shadows
So I'm gonna go
will
that route.
see it done.
Rejoice in battle! That is for the...
Out of my way! Let's get to it!
Pascal's gonna take out that sniper. Parry, excellent.
Show me what you've got. I could slaughter someone.
Oh, that was free, really.
Will do.
Don't really want to hit Abelard.
Nothing, you didn't stand a chance!
Oh, I should have gone the other way. I didn't realize there was that many coming up here. I thought that stairs was here. Well.
Hold on!
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Need to expand the range of that, the area of effect. Oh, this is a single target. Sharpshooter.
Request approved.
Nope, can't do that. I can do that.
That is an equation. Your life is in
Excellent work, Pascal. Excellent work.
My vow
Just hope
is
that
to
guy
serve.
fail, just in case.
Let's get to it!
Ooh, yeah. Missed.
battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's give out Abelard and he can take that one out before.
Around.
Victory is imminent.
Here we go.
That worked out.
Let's make it quick. Out of my way.
I'm here, maggot.
Don't frighten me.
I'd rather not. It will be done. I will do, Mike. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Hold on. He missed. Welcome in, Azrael. Sorry I missed your message there for a bit. I was eating and focusing on the game. Caliban isn't OP. Blade Dancer is kind of OP in some ways. They're high risk, high reward kind of thing. They do a lot of damage, but they risk taking a ton of damage. That's going to end our movement. I don't want to end our movement.
As the tenets demand, killing brings me no pleasure.
Wait, that ends our movement? I didn't know that ended our movement. No!
As honor ordains. No.
Let's do that. Yeah, she's gonna need to be healed. There's no way through here. They're gonna come around here. So let's get Argenta into a good firing line position.
As the Emperor commands.
Momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's get to it.
Or... They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Are you ready, Azrael? This is my pyromancer. Well, now I got a bunch of AP I can't spend. Oh good, I can reach. Ooh, can I reach the sniper? Oh, barely can't reach the sniper. That's okay. You can burn.
Already done. Nothing of value has been lost.
You know, I don't like being out of cover. I'm just going to go back to where we started. Yep, we're just going to hunker down there. I disapprove of sniper.
Significant value.
Can't get over there. Sadness.
Here we go.
Abelard.
Out of my way.
Ooh, that was close. We're gonna go ahead and heal you up because you're about to get out there, and I want to be able to do that if we need to again.
That I shall live. I bring mercy and retribution. Death is a blessing.
Death Cult Assassin is crazy. On top of it all.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop that. Abelard, you might get shot. No, you won't. You're invulnerable. See? Guaranteed dodge.
Let's get to it.
Didn't have to worry about hurting him at all. Parry. Whoop. 1, 2, up there. Yeah, come on. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. We're waiting for you.
Anything is? Not this scryer's job.
Oh good, you didn't summon a demon of corn this time.
I'm not so sure.
Line one down there is all we got. So they're all on this side and they're all out of range. So we basically just gotta run. Great.
Hold on.
We just gotta run.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
Not a good spot for taking them out. I'm gonna get a sight on that guy up there.
Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
That is foolishness. In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail!
One fewer target.
Someone else can do this. I'm not interested. Victory is imminent.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I will do my duty. It will be done.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. If only that were possible.
Let's get to it.
Nice.
Over there. Reduced to dust.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Fortune smiles on us, an ill omen.
High momentum.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Let's get to it.
What is this foreboding?
All right, I'm gonna refill coffee and we're gonna continue this in just a moment. We'll see you soon. right, chat. Sorry about that. Got held up having to do a few family things. As well. Because, you know, life, right? Always throws you curveballs. All right. Where were we? All right, we were fighting off the enemies.
Will do. No can do.
Here we go.
Oof. Hey. Yeah. Is something wrong with that? I think that sounds perfect.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
These little wimps keep hiding behind things so we can't shoot at them, though.
If I may,
Some really great abilities in this, too.
Emperor, give me strength. I'm afraid not. That is foolishness. If only that were possible.
Let's make it quick.
Follow my lead. At your beck and call.
Hey.
I'd rather not. That's not the Seneschal's
Really?
job.
Death comes in silence.
Hello, Rebel. How are you? I
I
bring
shall
blade
not
to
fail.
party.
The other side awaits. A dance of blades and shadows.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Final little gunner hiding back behind the corner, making the combat take forever because he's a little wimp.
Let's see how they
Scott
respond
Dog.
to this.
I know Azrael knows about the DLC for this, the expansion. I don't know if you know about it. It's good.
I'll pass.
It's great.
Advancing.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Do not dare ask. I'm afraid not. That is foolishness.
Perfect, man.
Someone else can do this.
If you decide you want to do co-op on that, let me know.
I've seen worse
Or
battles
if you
than
want to
this
jump
in my
back
time.
into Space Marine 2.
Target well struck. It will be done. I took care of this one.
What torments you? I do what I must.
Is there any other traps that we missed? No. You suffer from having not enough skill points for everything you want to take. But I want all those abilities.
Follow my lead.
Which, I mean, it's kind of a good thing, right? Because if it's always just like, oh, that's the power game one, that's the only one that's worth taking.
The anti-aircraft battery's control panel has a panoply of mysterious levers and buttons. Deactivating it quickly is not an option. All you can do is blow it up, destroying it completely.
No tech use. Examine.
The anti-aircraft battery certainly was constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes as no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to the machine spirits of such an ancient construction. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The sky above the city is safe for flying again.
I will say, even though the TTS is a little bit robotic sounding, it is so nice to have, so I literally don't have to read off every little line of dialogue and information, but people can still hear it. Ooh, another bolter. Oof. Oh. Another sniper rifle. Yeah, boy. And sniper gloves. Wow. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. We got good stuff. Got good stuff, chat. Good stuff. No, not Gustav, like a dude. Good stuff, like, you know, good things.
Victory awaits. Take a knee and bow.
Didn't realize we had enemies there.
All of you will bleed!
Though they just bolter. Unit of Vinegar 6 to 8, 9 to 14. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, one less rate of fire. It'll be better when we do single shots. No, I forgot to put it before that. No, how could I do that? No. Okay, let's just finish this one and then we'll do it. Well, they're way back there. really kind of annoying.
As the Emperor commands.
No! I should have done the other one.
On it.
Why do they make the Perils of the Warp take so much more? Like, they're happening so often now, and we have no degradation at all.
But of course.
I'm about to switch her over to being a sniper only and just stop using her psyker abilities. Which is not what I really want to have
Not
done.
this Greyer's job.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Will do.
Death to non-believers!
I serve the ruinous powers.
Oh, great. I can chop her up.
Not a
We'll burn
problem
him.
for me.
Burn
Nothing I
forever.
can't do.
I am your doom.
You know what kind of character you're going to play, Scott?
I serve the ruinous powers!
Ah, I should have sniped that. I didn't see it.
I bring mercy and retribution. The shadows will see it done. As a tenant, stimpling brings me no pleasure. As honor ordains.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Be careful not to cross my gaze. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binaric override. Request approved.
rejoice in battle! I'll do it.
And I forgot to get your sniper rifle on.
Anything else? Was that you? Or...
I shall not fear. What is that?
Something. I can't see what you're talking about, so... Technical term on that would be something.
You didn't stand a chance!
Oh, trap. Oh no! I got 2 damage. We're over leveled for this area, for those of you who don't know, because we went ahead and did the DLC missions. So it actually accelerated us by 2 or 3 levels. Yeah.
I am your blade and shield. I see what others do not. Trust me. Come, the other side awaits. The shadows will see it down. Trust me. Death is a blessing.
No!
I shall not fail.
Yep, I got one more. Yeah.
Trust me. Caught by the web. I cannot serve
Not quite
you
enough.
in this way. As the tenant comes, the other side awaits.
Oh, we leveled up again.
It's about time.
Mountain murmurs with a seeming fog of surrounding chaos and desolation.
A new challenge for me.
We'll level up here in a minute.
Watch out.
To have it pause them when they find something so that we can determine if it's a trap or something else.
I won't tolerate weakness. I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Are you ready to die?
Wait, it was only one of them, not two of them. Ah. Oh well. Oh.
But of course.
Yes, I wins every time now because I'm worried she's gonna mess up.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. What is this foreboding?
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deed.
Let's get to it. Hold on.
What you've got.
Ow.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
My place is at the fore. I will do my duty. Reduced to dust. At your back, and I took care of this one. Indeed.
As honor ordains. Death is a blessing. Trust me. Aim for the heart next time.
Can't make it.
Do not dare ask. If only that were possible.
Forge ahead! Suits my purposes.
What is done cannot be undone.
Sorry. Sorry. I thought I clicked this one.
Absolutely not. Not my specialty. Regain your composure.
You cannot trick death. It will claim me one day.
Will do. On it. Cover me.
I I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I'll do it.
You can't step around the edge of the statue to fire?
This is unacceptable.
Time to slaughter someone.
Heretical. You know, there's a heretical heavy bolter you can get. There's a heretical heavy bolter that is available as an option.
As the tactical imperative
As like the first option for
cogitation fails. My competencies are not
heavy weapon of that sort.
A tactically sound approach. I'm not interested. Victory is imminent.
Death comes in silence. The shadows will see it done. As honor or killing brings me no pleasure.
Not sure why they spun me around like that. Pascal? Nope. Gotta clear the path first.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Interesting. Not a priest commander. Is there any that you're leaning towards? Like a heretical heavy gunner? Are you looking for a psyker? Are you looking... Is there a certain playstyle you're thinking like that would be my preferred? There is a option to go dual wield. There is a little bit of a problem with it, but there's a mod that fixes the one issue with that.
Follow my lead.
Powerful explosion to spread the bridge. Can't do that. We can go down there, though. Might do that. Let's finish clearing here first. Make sure we don't miss anything. Also, we can level up. We are now level 12, everybody. Level 12. Oh, Blade Dancer's crazy too, because you can actually use weapon skill for Medicae instead of intelligence. I know, and I hurt people. That means I can fix people. All right, so foreboding. Need to find something that will lessen the chance for warp anomaly. But I don't know that there is one. Yeah, how do I reduce the chance of that? Already have that one. Can we reduce perils of the warp chance? I would really be good with reducing perils of the warp.
Power weapon expert.
This would be a good one for
Power
some.
armor proficient. Allows the wearing of power armor.
Just not on characters who are meant to not be up there.
Melee, flame, and melter attacks against daemons and psychers deal an additional +8 damage and gain +24% armor penetration. Such attacks against Xenos deal an additional +4 damage and gain +12% armor penetration. The Devotee and their allies in the area of effect of Warhammer or Furious Recital gain +2 damage for single shots and attacks of opportunity for 1 round. All enemies in the area of effect of Warhammer or Furious Recital gain +1 stack of the Disturbed effect. Enemies that are adjacent to the Devotee gain +2 stacks of Disturbed instead. Also, all daemons in the area of effect suffer damage equal to the momentum restored to the Devotee while using this ability. The Devotee gains +16% to armor against attacks of daemons and warp damage. The Devotee's resolve is also permanently increased by 2. The Devotee gains a 4% chance to ignore any enemy attack.
%4 chance to just ignore it.
The officer increases an ally's resolve by +4 until the end of combat. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they will start their next turn with +1 additional action point.
Oh, that's nice.
The officer encourages an ally, who immediately recovers from burning, bleeding, toxin, and stunned effects. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they also gain +12 temporary wounds.
Ooh.
This ability can only target allies who have enemies adjacent to them. Until the start of the officer's next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 2 multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to the target when this ability is used. If the target is under the effective voice of command, they immediately make an attack of opportunity against an adjacent enemy, targeting the one with the lowest remaining wounds.
Wow.
The officer immediately grants an ally additional MP equal to Fell bonus. The target can only use movement abilities, heroic acts, or desperate measures during this extra turn. If the target is under the effective voice of command, it ignores attacks of opportunity until the end of the officer's turn. The target's next attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective distance. If the target is under the effective voice of command, this attack will ignore enemy dodge. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below 45% for any reason.
We need that one. That's actually not bad. That's really good, though. Ooh. That's really good. I want to get that because we definitely need it. I need to go take care of one quick thing here, and I'll be right back because it's a bit loud noise. Alright, I had to turn the volume down on stuff and deal with the kids making noise so their sister could sleep. The baby needs to sleep so that we can get sleep tonight so she's not overtired, you know?
Every enemy the Navigator has in their line of sight has its dodge and hit chance reduced by 5.
It's pretty good.
The Navigator starts all turns, including extra turns, with +3 additional movement points. The first ally targeted by the Navigator with a single target ability each turn gains the same amount of additional movement points at the start of their next turn.
That'd be really good.
Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stacking +5 bonus to willpower until the end of combat. Stacks up to 5 times, up to a maximum of +25 willpower. Enemies affected by the Navigator's powers suffer a stacking 10 penalty to the next resistance test from the Navigator's powers. The penalty is lost after such a test is made. The operative's next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around that target. The damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by 7% until the operative's next turn. This negative effect is doubled for enemies with less than 15% armor. Pasquale's attacks and effects of the exposed weakness ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit.
It's not bad. That reminds me, I need to go back in there. Yeah, this one.
Every time an enemy is killed by the Blade Dancer's allies, the number of MP on the Blade Dancer's next turn is increased by +2.
So I need to get that one on my character.
Every time an enemy is killed by the Blade Dancer's allies, the number of MP on the Blade Dancer's next turn is increased by +2.
Because that would really help us get into combat.
Victory awaits!
And we need to get into combat to clear the enemies.
None shall stand in my way.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
lot, too. Nice. That is a good pile of delicious loot.
Operation successful.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The Vicia. Would he be proud?
Oh, she did do it.
Am I?
It's like, where'd she go? And then, whoop, she was up there. Apparently, somehow she gained temporary teleportation capabilities. Alright. Why is everyone wounded?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Why did, like, half our team get wounded?
Data meditation is terminated.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Should I divine our next step?
I'm restless.
Yeah, I want to know why you're all
Injuries will
wounded.
not slow me.
I'm always ready.
You guys aren't in front combat, so I'll leave you because we're using up too many Medicaid packs.
Willpower WP enhances the effectiveness of psychic powers and increases characters' resolve. Sector, Coronus Expanse. Region, Rykad System. Location, streets in the vicinity of the Rykad Minoris starport.
There we go.
Material, report
I gotta go
based
do
on
something
all
for my
accounts
son.
and picked recordings. Added to the archives of House von Valancius by the order of Seneschal the Syrian. On his journey across a world caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved. Only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls.